I am so sick of looking at Glenn Beck. I am so sick of hearing Glenn Beck. I like Tucker Carlson. And Tucker Carlson has the, quote, big primetime slot on Fox News. And I think that signifies the fact that the coup against Fox News to put in even more globalist operatives like Bill O'Reilly and Megyn Kelly failed. But that said, I want nothing to do with Fox News. To be clear, because they had some vice president once tell the New York Daily News that I asked for a job at Fox and I didn't get one. And that really makes me mad because they want to act like they're the Emerald Castle, they're where the yellow brick road ends, and that I'm Toto and I want to go there. No, I don't, okay? I have my own audience. It's huge. Just like Drudge has his own audience. I'm trying to build something outside of them. We've done it. We've been successful. You go to a Donald Trump rally, a third of the shirts are Infowars.com and Hillary for Prison shirts. They're not Fox News shirts, okay? We're the future. And I don't say this meanly, but your future is selling more catheters and more diabetic equipment because that's all you've got's a very old audience. Nothing against them, but the point is, you're the past, we're the future. And I know the Murdochs are globalists and are the scum of the earth. And so I understand that I can't ever trust Fox News. That said, it's a hell of a lot better than, say, CNN or MSNBC. Now, that said, I go to Infowars.com this morning, and there's a big article up there by the great writer from Intel Hub, great folks. I don't mind it, but it still kind of irritates me. It's like, oh my gosh, Glenn Beck says, half the nation is upset about Trump. And he hopes that Trump has a good presidency, and he can't wait to see how things go. This is so sick on many levels. It's like saying, Glenn Beck said that the grass is green and puppy dogs have fur and bark and the little pink tongues. Of course, half the country, or 40-something%, is brainwashed and hates Trump. My gosh, tell me something I didn't know. And then again, what is this failure who's made these apology tours all over ABC, CBS, NBC, apologizing for conservatives, apologizing for gun owners, apologizing for Donald Trump, trying to sabotage this country, leading the Never Trump movement, going around being this apologist who, quote, is an insider and admits that the liberty movement's really bad, and he apologizes to the left, a total Judas goat. Then he goes on Fox News and sits up there and acts like he's now pro-Trump, trying to rehabilitate himself. Hey, Megyn Kelly at least had the class to leave to NBC, knowing her viewers and listeners hated her guts. It's even worse with you, Beck. Go away. You are incredible. And again, I'm not in competition with you. I don't bash other major talk show hosts. I'm sick of you. I know what you've done in talk radio. I know what you've done behind the scenes with sponsors. I know how you've been out to get me for like 8 years, out to get Ron Paul, out to get Donald Trump, out to get everybody. You are bad news. In fact, you're so bad news, my listeners even get mad at me when I talk about you or bash you because they don't want to hear about you. Well, believe me, I don't want to hear about him either. So here's the deal. I don't mind the fact that Glenn Beck's on Infowars right now because we can have a debate about it. But I am sick of this garbage. This is out of control. I haven't asked to go on Tucker Carlson because I know better. I know that Fox News basically has me banned. That's fine. I've been banned since I refused to go up there and be part of pilot TV shows with them. I got banned since I refused to go on their shows and would send surrogates. I was sending surrogates to Fox News 10 years ago. 10 years ago on Mancow's show and others. I want to point out, I don't want Fox News. But what's crazy is, did I get invited on even to say no? No. Would I go on Carlson's show? Sure. The point is, what is this guy, this has-been phony super fraud, doing on Tucker Carlson's show? It's disgusting. And Carlson can do whatever he wants. All I care about is the fact that he promotes freedom. I think he's taking Fox News in the right direction. But I have my free speech to say, disgusting, man. I can't even listen or watch him. He is such an oxymoron. He is such a joke. Here's a clip, as we go back to the broadcast, from the visit by Glenn Beck last night. This guy's ratings are in the tank. His sponsors have left him, believe me, I know. I'm in talk radio. He is getting kicked off stations everywhere. We're exploding. And again, I'm not in competition with Beck, but man, he's like it's like I'm a castaway out here in the ocean. He's this shark that's been following me for 8 years. I mean, he's been in my grill for 8 years, 9 years. I am so sick of him. Leave me alone. I can't stand him. He's constantly attacking me. He's constantly lying about me. He's constantly backstabbing the Liberty Movement. I just cannot stand him. I think he's a bellwether. I mean, if we can't get rid of Glenn Beck, and by get rid of him, I mean just have him absolutely go away because nobody listens to him, then shame on us, okay? Glenn Beck is our stupid meter. And the fact that he even has any audience and is still around, I mean, he's worse than Megyn Kelly. What on earth is this piece of filth doing? Good God. I'll throw up.
What president do you think Trump will make?
I don't know. I'm excited to see. I think the appointments that he has made, some of them are good. Some of the things I'm concerned about, but I haven't said anything, or I've tried not to say anything negative about him since the election. I've tried, unless there was something that was important to say. I want to see the man in action. I gave him the same thing that I said about Barack Obama. The election is over, and we fought hard, and that's the time to fight hard, at the primary and then the election. Now he has to be all of our president. And the last president, I don't feel, ever reached out to do that. I have seen on the very first night Donald Trump reached out. I've seen him reach out to people. I wouldn't have invited Al Gore to my office. He has reached out. And I think it's really unfair to judge him now on what he did on the election. I have concerns about the way he ran his campaign. But now let's see if the office changes him and he is the guy everybody who supports him says he's going to be. I hope he is.
Yes. Have your politics changed in watching all this? I've watched things that you've said in the last couple of months. You did a widely circulated interview with Samantha Bee. And I read people say, well, Glenn Beck is changing his views. Have your political views changed?
No. I'm a libertarian. I have always been about principles. When I started the 9/12 Project, it was about values and principles. I think this election became about winners and losers, and I understand why. Hillary Clinton, and the press doesn't seem to get this yet. They're still trying to figure out why Hillary Clinton lost. She lost because she was a horrible, dishonest candidate, and even the people who were raising money for her would say, I can't believe I'm raising money for her because she's so dishonest.
You're not going to get very good coverage that way.
Oh, I think you are.
I don't.
Now,
Pretty good.
do I look like
good.
Donald Trump?
You need more forehead, though. That's you get a little.
You need more forehead.
People have asked me for 20 years, Alex, why don't you have firearms and firearms accessory sponsors? And the answer is, it's a minefield. Well, in 2016, things changed. And Tennessee Arms, that is the founders, the inventors, the leaders, they defended it in court, of the resin lowers with the brass inserts that in many cases go further than even aluminum or steel manufacturing. 30 to 60,000 rounds by third-party reviewers. This is the best system out there, and we're talking a third the price of leading competitors. This is how it works. You order customized or straight from the factory, however you want it. It is shipped on the next business day to you and your family, and a percentage of the profit goes to fund the defense of this republic. You cannot lose. You're funding the info war. You're getting the highest quality product, the most tested, the most durable, the most certified, the most believed in. You need to have this true piece of America ready in minutes.